Okay, I'm Jury Rigged, and welcome to the July 11th, 2016 Duskers Daily Challenge. Looking at the leaderboard here, apparently some people actually have, well, one person has a score, and some people are playing it. So, hopefully, we won't have the same problems yesterday where there was no video. I double-checked and made sure that everything should be running smoothly. I hope that I will not have a repeat of the problem from last time. Government A with 3 infestation types, and Stealth. Stealth I can work with. And fuel right off the bat. 3 infestation types does... oh, wow, especially with that. We do have reroute. You know what? We have reroute and remote power, which is a really nice combination to have. Now, I've had this happen before, where swarms are attacking a door, and you just wait at the corner. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, D27 is still open, but I can work with that. When you have stealth overall, the goal is to just go point for point. Okay, so this is a smaller ship than we had the other day. That's good. Also, let's see. A few places to explore, a few access points. Again, all very good. Whenever you're doing stealth, personally, I like to be as close to a door as I can when I activate it. Simply so I don't waste any of the time. Now, my other concern here, right now I know 2 of the infestation types. I am terribly worried the 3rd infestation type is going to be slime, or goo, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, hello! This is definitely a motherlode. Now, what I can do is reroute power, and you start at R2, R5, R7, and R15. Actually, I can go to R9 as well. Oh, no, I can't. And now what I can do... Yes! This is very good and very bad, because it's trying to run into me. Okay, so there are 3 infestation types. I have identified swarm, I have identified jumpers, and I have identified sentries. So I don't have to worry about slime. I am very happy. I, as well as pretty much anyone else that plays Duskers, hate slime. The only complication now is I have to deal with that guy. Now, they can see you when you're stealth, but it's really only if you give them a reason to see you. As long as you aren't directly in front of it, as long as it doesn't bump into you. Okay, Sonic doesn't help me, and Sensor doesn't really help me. As long as you don't give it a reason by bumping into it, you usually are pretty safe. That said, no, wrong drone. That said, I would like to take this sensor, put that in there, just double checking things first. Another thing about these drones, if you aren't familiar with them, is you can see their light. They have a purplish light whenever they turn, and so you can see where they're looking. You can identify where they're looking. The bad news is it does attack the sensor immediately. The good news is it should go into room 6 after it's done. I'm going to double check, but I'm going to go ahead and dock. Actually, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to go ahead and close D27. I'm going to go ahead and dock A2. Dock A2 is not the correct command. Also, it's from another game that I really don't play. Okay, this room is clear, and I have a drone that would be more than happy to tow. It would be more than happy to tow these drones back somewhere safe. Now, I don't have my interface now, and I don't actually need that sensor, so I'm going to go ahead and swap it. Both those Sonics, neither of those Sonics are going to do me any good. I'm going to go ahead and close A2. Now, thanks, game. That's really helpful. Okay. I'm going to close A2. Good. Now this room is nice and clear. Okay, there's another sentry in there. And as long as I'm not obvious about it. If you bump into them, maybe if you're near them when they're scanning doing that spin and scanning, I don't know exactly. I haven't had many problems with them. I have had instances where I will bump into one accidentally, where it will detect me, and they and the jumpers, room 11. Okay, I want to get to room 11 quickly. Got 2 minutes. Got another reroute power mod. Because I want to check what's in R11, and, oh, wow. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this. What this lets me do... Okay. What this lets me do is, I've powered actually through the center of the ship. And... okay, 1 minute. I'm actually going to go ahead and close this off. I am very concerned about something bad happening. And if you've watched my other videos, which I would appreciate if you do, I'd like comments and criticisms. If you're familiar with my other videos, then you know I do take a little bit more cautious approach. If you're playing the actual game, losing a drone can be a devastating loss, because you lose everything that's on it, especially if you lose it out into space. I've had it happen before where an asteroid hit, and a drone got sucked out because a door was destroyed, and I couldn't get it to safely quick enough. And it was my main drone. I lost a stealth, I lost a gather with everything I'd collected, I lost an interface, and it was actually a 4-slot drone, which are rare, and I lost a teleport with it too, which was just me not being able to type well. Okay, so we're safe now. The asteroid missed, and the problem is, if asteroids hit, they can... Wow, I'm being very bad about that. If an asteroid hits, it can destroy... It can blow open a door. And so you have radiation from space, you have the vacuum effect because it blew open a room, and you have... That's actually a really bad room to do that in, because there's nowhere to hide. If you can hide beside a door when something comes in, that's great. But if the thing comes in, and it's going to be coming in and going straight toward you, into the center of the room... Okay, I'm going to check this room quickly. If it's coming in toward the center of the room and you can't get out of its way, things can detect you. Now the bad news is... Okay, actually that's 2 sets of bad news. I need to get out of here as quickly as possible. I'm glad I remembered A4. Okay, I'm going to open D15 to avoid them destroying that door. I've actually searched everywhere except for 2 rooms that I can reach right now, and that's real good. I heard, I don't know if this comes through, I'm sure it does. Well, I expect it does. I hope it does. I heard a creaking sound. Whenever you hear a creaking sound, at least me, I know a room's going to blow open. That's what that creaking sound means. And I do everything I can to clear everything. Get everything out, because you don't know where that radiation is. If the radiation was in R12, I could dock at A3, but door 15 was being attacked, and I did not have time, I didn't feel I had time to do everything involved to keep myself safe. It's been at least a few seconds, and usually it's within a few seconds. So I am going to go ahead and turn back around. I'm going to check R14 and R8. Let me check that R12 is clear first and check from there. It should be clear. The swarm left through it. This is a game too. Actually, I'm sorry. I think I forgot something I was saying, and that is some things can detect you in stealth. Actually, everything can detect you in stealth, and when it does it, it stops. They don't attack immediately. when you're in stealth, no, it doesn't know that you're there. So there's a moment, the AI has a moment of uncertainty. The AI says, did I just see something, or did I just bump into something? And when that happens, you have a few seconds, at best, to literally run. I have had instances where a drone brushes up against a swarm and they slow down. And if you don't move, they will go straight to you. But if you book it, you can get away, because they get delayed a little bit. Jumpers will stop and turn to where they detect that you are, and they'll move forward. And if they move forward and bump into something, they'll attack you. But if they move forward and don't, sentries are the same way. If they move forward and they don't detect anything, then they'll just move on their business like everything's fine. So if you encounter something when you're stealthed, which it's one of the best tools in my opinion, if you book it, even if you just moved somewhere else in the same room, it will vastly increase your survivability. Now, unfortunately, the pickups that I got here are sonic, which, to the best of my knowledge, does not have any effect on the sentries, because they are drones, which drop scrap, or sonic, actually, and the sensors. So I don't have any offensive ability here, and there aren't any turrets on the ship. So unfortunately, I can't do anything about those. If I could kill them, you can get up to 3 scrap. They are always worth a mine or trap or something to kill. But I don't have any resources to do that now. I think the last thing I'm going to do before I go, just to be vindictive, because I know there's at least one swarm in there, is to clear that out. Because I don't like swarm. Just do not like them. And I guess that's it. So let's see how things went. Good run, 935. Found 2 drones. That's huge in the campaign. Everything's 3 slots, but hey, eventually you find those 4s, and they are so valuable. Lots of scrap, no fuel, but I didn't take any damage. And again, if you watch my videos, that's usually my number one. If I take damage and can't at least repair my trip, then that is a huge loss, and a drone counts for so much. The score really does kind of give you a guideline if you're playing to what you should be doing. You should have over a 600 for any ship that you go on. It doesn't give you a score in the campaign, but the same concept is there. If you take a loss on a ship, you shouldn't have gone there. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good day.